Hey everyone, BDZB Comics here, doing the first webcam video I've done in a while. So E3 2019's press conference for Nintendo just wrapped up, and while there is a lot to be excited about, No More Heroes 3, I made that Travis and Smash video a day before. I had no idea. And yet now, here we are. Been waiting 9 years for that. And Breath of the Wild 2, and there's a bunch of stuff to be excited about. But there are two particular topics that have popped up as a result of things that were announced at E3 this year that I think are kind of bullshit. And I'm here to talk to you today, and you're going to dislike bomb this video, and it's going to be just fine. Anyway, those two things are, first of all, Pokemon Sword and Shield. They're doing this thing called Pokemon Home. It's basically Pokemon Bank again, except for the Switch games. And there's a big stink about how not every Pokemon from the previous games is going to be able to transfer over right away. And people are like, oh my god, how could Game Freak do this? You know, they gotta delay the game. The reasons why they're doing this don't really make sense. They said they care about balancing, but they haven't cared about balancing before. Why would they care about it now? It's dumb. Really, truthfully, I get it. Pokemon is a huge franchise. It's more than just the games. They need to coordinate the games with the anime, with the manga, with the merchandising. To delay the games would screw up all sorts of stuff. And the thing is, the way they're doing it is you're only able to transfer over Pokemon that are in the Galar regional Pokedex. And people are assuming that means that, half the Pokedex is not going to be transferable. We don't know that. We have no idea how big the Galar Regional Pokedex is. For all we know, the Galar Regional Pokedex could have almost everyone. And, the way that the Pokemon franchise is, there's, over 800 Pokemon at this point. There could be over 900 for the next gen. So even if you get rid of 100, 200, 300, however many Pokemon, even if you can't transfer them right away, that's still a ton of variety. And I have a hard time reasonably believing that this isn't something that's going to be patched out later. You know, they're not going to add more Pokemon later, or something that it's going to be supplemented by future releases. This is not the first time something like this has happened. People who have stuck with the franchise for a long time will know that back between Gen 2 and 3, a lot of people were upset that the technology just wasn't there to transfer Pokemon from Gold and Silver over to Ruby and Sapphire. But then Gen 3 had Fire Red and Leaf Green, they had Colosseum, they had XD, and between those games... Oh, and then they had Emerald, and Emerald had some of the Pokemon that those games were missing. Between those games, you were able to get the full Pokedex back. And, I do recognize that back then there were only 2 generations to transfer from, and now the gap between Gen 3 and Gen 8, that's 5 generations, and that's significant. But I feel like whether it's through patching Pokemon Home or through introducing more games later on in the generation, this issue is going to be fixed. And you might not get the team that you raised in the last gen, or you might not be able to transfer Pokemon from, 2003 to your game right away. And I get there's, nostalgic attachment there. But I think it has been said that Pokemon Home will let you hold those Pokemon still, you just won't be able to transfer them into Sword and Shield right away. Which, I mean, the data for them still there. Like, they're not going to just hold your Pokemon and then never let you transfer them. I refuse to believe that that's what they're doing. It's going to be fine. For me, anyway, a full main series Pokemon game in HD that I can take on the subway. Like, that's enough of a selling point for me. Like, this is not the end of Pokemon. This is not the end of Game Freak. And I have confidence that Sword and Shield are going to be great games. And this is not worth making a big stink about. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is 2 new characters revealed for Smash. You have the hero from Dragon Quest, and you have Banjo. Well, Banjo and Kazooie from Banjo-Kazooie. Now, a lot of people are happy, a lot of people are excited. For me personally, these characters were talked to death in speculation, and I don't really have much attachment to either franchise, so for me personally, I'm like, look, I'm happy that you're happy. I would have rather had 2 different characters, but whatever. The main thing I wanted to address here, though, is some people are taking those characters and using that as proof that other characters won't be in the game. Like, they're saying that, oh, well, the hero from Dragon Quest is in the game, so there's no way that we're getting Sora or we're getting Geno, because Square Enix is not gonna add another character after that. And then, even more vocally, people are saying, oh, well, Banjo is in Smash, and Nintendo spoke to Microsoft about this, and that was probably a lot of work to do. So Steve from Minecraft, he's not going to be in Smash. In your face, Steve fans. And I think there's a lot of, like, elitism going into that, because, like, Minecraft is a newer game, and a lot of the fan base is younger, and they see them as casuals. And it's just stupid tribalism. Like, that's all. Let's call a spade here. Like, people are mad that are happy that the character from a game for real gamers, you know, like, oh, this icon or whatever. Minecraft is the most successful game of all time, guys. Like, if anyone deserves to be in Smash, if that's the way we're gonna put it, it's Steve. I'm not even that big of a Minecraft fan. If he gets in, great. If he doesn't, I don't care. But, like, come on. People obviously have no idea how this stuff works. It's absurd to me. Like, prior to this year, first of all, everyone thought that Snake was excluded from Smash 4 because of some BS with Konami. Then, not only was Snake back in Ultimate, but we got 2 new Konami characters from the same franchise as each other. Something that is completely unheard of for Smash. That was another thing, another rule that was broken. You know, people were saying, like, oh, well, Sakurai had to fight so hard to get Cloud back. We're probably not going to get another Square Enix character. This year at E3, that proved that wrong. Like, and the funny thing is, if it's a character that people, like, really want, that the hardcore fans really want, then they'll use the exact opposite logic that they're using right now. Like, I remember when we were still speculating about characters for the base game, and everyone and their grandma was saying Shadow is going to be in the game. And their logic was, oh, well, I mean, Nintendo's already talking to Sega about Sonic. You know, it'd be super easy for them to add Shadow. But now, oh, Nintendo's already talking to Microsoft about adding Banjo, and that means there's no way they'll add Steve. Like, what sense does that make? And I mean, yeah, I know Shadow's an Echo Fighter, it's not exactly the same thing, but come on. And, I mean, I can sort of see the logic to it, because so far, all of the DLC characters have been from different companies, and different series and that sort of thing. So, yes, there is some validity to saying that, okay, we have a Square Enix character now for DLC, we have a Microsoft character now for DLC, Challenger Pack 1, they're probably not going to add others. I can sort of see that, but at the same time, anything is possible. Smash has proven, Nintendo and Sakurai can do whatever they want. They've proven that time and time again. And the other thing is, we don't know if Challenger Pack 1 is the end of it. You could be totally right that we're not going to get another Microsoft character or another Square character in Challenger Pack 1. But what about Challenger Pack 2? What about Challenger Pack 3? What about, Ultimate could keep rolling out DLC for the Switch's entire lifespan. In fact, a lot of people expect that. So to say, haha, Steve fans, in your face, Banjo is in Smash, and your guy is Deconfirmed, is just no, he's not. I guess you could point and laugh and say, our guy got in first, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the character is, more iconic or more valuable to gaming as a whole. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to find people who say that the Ice Climbers are more iconic than Sonic, and yet the Ice Climbers got in one game before Sonic. So, I don't know. Both of these things are ridiculous. I just felt like making a video about it. Let me know your thoughts below. BTTV Comics signing out.